So, if y'all don't know me, I'm Neil Patrick, but everybody calls me Neil, but you can call me NP or NP Villa. And I'm a sophomore electrical engineering major, and I say I'm from Japan, but I was born here in Seattle, but when I was 6, I moved to Japan, and I'm Filipino. So there's a lot of international connection, international background with me, and I didn't exactly go to an international school when I was in Japan. I went to school on a military base, so I sort of have that experience of being international, yet domestic at the same time. So I know both sides of the story. And pretty much what I feel like my background provides to the OMA officer position is that I feel like I can bridge connections. Like, I feel, actually, in the past, I have interacted with the OMA office, or the Office of Multicultural Affairs, a lot, since I'm pretty good friends with some of the people who work for OMA, and I know a lot of the people in the office. I have really good connections with them since I've worked with them in the past. So I feel like I have a really good background in taking this position, and I think the International Club, you guys said that you're looking to push yourselves forward into being part of the OMA Alliance, and I feel that I can do that with my position and with my experience, and I've been in previous leadership positions, just to note, so I feel like I can help push the International Club to that level where you guys feel like you're part of that OMA Alliance. And I think that being here on campus, like as a sophomore, and being in the International Club from last year, like looking at the International Dinner or the International Fashion Show, you guys really made a statement with those two events, and I feel like we could go further if the whole school, or like if at least other clubs in the OMA Alliance got to like know about these events, or like I guess what I want to sum it up as we want to get support from the other OMA Alliance groups, and that's what I feel like where I can provide that bridge by going to. I heard that as an OMA officer, I would go to the meetings that OMA has in the OMA Alliance, and I feel like with my experience I could help bridge that connection and bring the International Club closer into that OMA Alliance. And besides, we're the International Club, and we're a collection of really diverse people. So if we got in connection with all the other clubs on campus, then I guess we would truly live up to our name. And that's pretty much all I have to say, and I hope that everybody votes for me as the OMA officer. Thank you.
So this actually isn't order I received it, but Eleanor's name's listed second, so.
Go for it.
Should I stand over there?
It doesn't matter if you want to stand over there.
I don't have no. My name is Eleanor. I just want to thank everyone for coming. It's a Friday afternoon, and I know everyone has other obligations or things they want to do. So as listed, I'm running for OMA officers. What it means to me is that I really like collaborations. Like, for example, the new upcoming H&M Versace collaboration. So what it does is it gives like the higher or more brand name, which is the Alliance right now, and it opens it up to a wider audience or consumers. So if we collaborated with them, it'd be open to a lot more people, I suppose, or their ideas, our ideas together form an even bigger idea. And for people who didn't get that fashion analogy, it's sort of like AT&T and the iPhone. You know, the collaboration of that, which more consumers, right? So it's a really good thing to sometimes just collaborate, and it becomes a big project that opens up and benefits a lot of people. So I really like that. And I've had some leadership roles before. In high school, I was the homecoming and awards chair, so I had to basically plan the whole homecoming event with the football players and the dance, and we had fireworks too, which I also had to. That was harsh. Because right in the middle, people just ran in because they thought it'd be a good prank, so they dressed up in Pokemon suits, and they ran in and tried to disturb the fireworks, so they just screwed it up, and I was mad. But anyways, I was also a historian for Sir Teens Club of Hawaii, and so I also had to just input a lot of ideas, create a slideshow, take pictures. I'm also very punctual. I have organizational skills. My planner is non-existent, but it will be next year because it was too expensive this year because I missed the school supplies buying some time because our school starts at a strange time. But anyway, so that's all. Thank you.
questions.
Yeah, so you mentioned that you had leadership positions before, but you didn't elaborate on
Well,
them. So
I can tell you exactly what they were. So I was the president of the National Honor Society in high school. And, exactly, and what else?
I was the president of mine, actually.
Yeah,
You were?
so,
Yeah.
and then what else is there? I helped out a lot with community service. I had my own service project where we fed the homeless every week. And pretty much what my job was like to organize pretty much all these community service projects. So I'm really like good at volunteering my time in service. And also was a tutor, so.
Okay. Thank you. The next question I'm going to ask is the same one that I asked Tuba and Todd, was the idea of commitment. So in addition to officer meetings, the OMA officer has to actually attend OMA meetings as well. So that is another time block that you'll have to add on in addition to like normal IC duties. Do you guys feel that you can handle that? Like, I don't know what classes or jobs or other clubs you may be involved in, but.
Well, so far last year as well, I always schedule my classes in the morning so that I have like free time all in the afternoon. Right now I have a job as a merchandiser, but it's totally not working out because it's on my own schedule. So people want to buy the jewelry, I just do it with them, but no one wants to buy it, so that's like, you know, it's out of there. I'm volunteering for the Read Out Loud Early program, but that doesn't start till next year, and it's only for about 2 hours in the afternoons on like Mondays and Wednesdays. So if the meeting is not over, it's pretty short, to only 2 hours. And I'm planning to schedule my classes early again next quarter, but since it's still tentative since I haven't done it. But yeah.
All right, so currently, in addition to school, I also, like Eleanor, I schedule all my classes in the morning since I'm more of a morning person, and I like to have free time afternoon. So I have a lot of free time, especially Tuesday and Thursdays. I'm off usually, so I feel like I'll be able to make most of the meetings. And in addition to school, I have a volunteer job at Garfield High School where I tutor high school students for about 2 hours. And some other clubs, I guess, like I'm involved in some other clubs on campus, like Filipino Club and Japanese Club. And also, what else? Oh yeah, and currently I'm also helping out OMA with the Connections Leadership Program as a peer mentor. So that's how I know.
Okay.
As Office of Multicultural Officer for the OMA position, I think it's especially important to recognize connections and similarities and differences also between culture. How much of a proximity are you guys? So like, for example, if International Club was to do something with JSA, what common ground do you think can you see between them that we can collaborate upon? If we can't see that, there's nothing to build any event on. So.
Well, I think in everything there's a similarity. It just depends on how you see it. So if JSA and International Club, we could see it as there are Japanese people in this club, or there's an officer in this club who's also an officer in JSA. That could be a link. And food brings everyone together, so you know. Yeah, so there are just a lot of different things, and just the aesthetics. Many people love Japanese fashion, so that just brings it together as well. It just depends on how you look at it, so it really varies.
Well, what I want to say is that I think that there's a lot of influences definitely in the International Club that have, for example, the JSA, like that would probably have like a Japanese flavor. Like what Eleanor said, you know, you have to look at what the similarities are. Like you might have some people that are Japanese and also in the JSA, or you know, like you just, I guess we just have to look at basic like, characteristics of okay, this is the International Club. They at least have a little bit of everything. So guaranteed, they must have a little bit of you know, some Japanese members, and they might be, you know, we could easily like get some ideas and see like, okay, what ideas do they have? What ideas does this club have? And see what we can come up with together to you know, on common ground to come up with an event. So yeah.
Okay. Building off of Sarah's question, then my question is, sometimes there'll be situations where there'll be like, you know, maybe smaller, lesser known clubs or like ethnicities that aren't necessarily represented in our club that we should still, you know, represent, like they're, you know, all those like small countries that like people are like, oh, Uzbekistan, where is that? I don't know. I mean, that's an example. I'm just saying. But like, so when the connections aren't as obvious, what sort of problem-solving things will you do to make those connections still happen?
Well, I guess I'll go first. So, like, back in elementary school and middle school, I was a really big geography freak. So, if it were, like, upon me to actually, like, help out, then I would see, like, I would do some personal research and be like, all right, let me see what I can find here and, like, see what I can tie together so that I can give some ideas to the whole international club, and then I can talk to, like, their club to see what they have in ideas. And then, you know, being an officer, I feel like we can bridge those together just by, like, seeing what I can come up with and they can come up with, and, you know, like, bridge our ideas together.
Well, I sort of touched upon this in the writing where we could improve international club. I don't know if it's called improve, but anyways, it was that I was here last year, sort of inactive, but I was a member. And what I realized was that there's a lot of Asian influence in the international club. It's not bad or anything, it's just the majority of members are Asian, and so there's a lot of Asian influences, and people seem to see this as a mostly Asian club. And so, well, all cultures are unique. People seem to be more drawn to visual cultures. So with each culture, they have dance, they have art, they have food, they have music with dance. Music is really popular too. So if I like research, we could bring in more of those visual, more interactive concepts where everyone can just join in and have fun, and so that would just raise awareness. I don't know if that's the right word.
Anyone else have any questions?
Because something challenging.
I guess I will ask you the same question that I asked the last group. What kinds of things do you want the club to do for you?
What kinds of things?
Yeah.
Well, for me personally, I just want like International Club to help me develop my leadership skills that I already have, and I sort of want to bring it farther at least. And also, what I want to do is help learn or like further my knowledge about other cultures by being the bridge to other clubs that represent other cultural clubs. So that's pretty much it. I just want to make sure I increase my knowledge of everything.
Well, basically leadership skills, communication skills. I'm a management major, and I'm planning to declare my minor of entrepreneur and finance probably this quarter, and I have time. So it's really helpful to learn how to speak to people, like right now, and just be creative about different ideas, be open-minded. I'm also in Toastmasters, the club where you learn how to speak in front of people, like a toast.
I did Toastmasters too.
I lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
And I also love to travel. Like this summer, I went to London, Paris, and Rome, where it's just good to be open-minded to all the different kinds of food, different kind of people. They might treat you different depending on the culture. It's not that they're mean or rude, it's just how they were brought up, and this is how we were brought up. So it's good just to keep other people's perspectives in mind, and so I would love to just become more open-minded and also learn about myself in the process while befriending many others. Sorry.
Okay. If there are no more questions, we'll move on to the next group. So thank
Thank you.